So the JTT palm trees, which are pretty cool, they're a little bit better than the bag of 25 for $7 from the Orient. Is that, am I allowed to say Orient? From Japan and China. So they're probably the same ones. So they need a little doctoring on the trunks. They need the fronds painted, and I took rope, craft rope, to make the dead fronds that face down from the top of the fronds. And they're not bad. Hey, they're not the heart of the South palm trees, but those things are pretty expensive. And for a couple of bucks, these things are doctored up pretty good. Don't mind that. I gotta fix it. So there's Hemet. I just have a issue because there's State Street, which technically goes like this with the depot on a curve, but you know, we had to bend this a little bit, a lot. But the issue is, I don't really know what goes between State Street and what's called Harvard and Latham. Technically, Latham went across here, and that was Harvard, but I didn't remember that when I was putting in these roads. So it's like, okay, Harvard and Latham are one road. This is where Alber's feed is going to go. That's the shipper. That's a stand-in building. That's going to be a fruit shipper, and I forget the name of it. And what happens basically here is the buried in the dirt track starts giving way to a lot of ballast and dirt on the track. It's only buried really around Hemet. So as we go through this team tracker runaround, Alber's feed has a main building and then like a storage building for, I'm going to say like farm and grain products. And this, in the 1964 Marty Quas photos, was like a bunch of junk, and it's kind of where the railroad threw all their crap. This is going to be Devonshire across here, and this is going to be the big project back here this summer, is to get in the rest of the buildings between Hemet and San Jacinto. In front of the fruit shipper, there were a strand in the pictures, the Marty Quas pictures, there's a strand of the gum trees or eucalyptus trees. There's a single palm growing right there. This is dill lumber back in 1964. Now, when Chad sent me the pictures, dill lumber would have been approximately down here. They had several places that they used to unload lumber. They'd do it on the runaround lead. They'd also do it on this siding. And I think Chad told me they outgrew their siding that was right there. All right, so what's going on back here? Excuse me. I learned how to do this from Boomer and from, is it Jeff Reeton? Which is awesome stuff, how to make these either blackberry bushes or bramble and whatnot by using polyfiber and different colors and mixing it. And boy, it turned out great. On that actual creek bed, there is some growth, but there's also like dirt sliding down on that side, like basically like an alluvial fan kind of thing. And then we've got the grove of faraway gum trees or eucalyptus trees. This is a picture that I took from a Hemet real estate ad, took it to Staples, and they made this backdrop, which was really cool. It was really thin, but I wanted it far away in the background because This is going to be slightly agricultural and bristle and growth along here. I have no idea what's going to happen here because there's really nothing there. I think there was like a used car lot or something in Hemet. Inez is either going to curve like this or go straight ahead, and there'll be some buildings there. I don't know what they are. I think there's a U-Haul dealer there now. As a matter of fact, that's what this picture is. It's of what really went right off Inez, and I put it in the back and put some bramble and whatnot in front of it. So I don't know if it's a stand-in or what. It's really hard to cut everything out. I was able to cut out that palm. That was kind of cool. The Hemet Depot is a complete stand-in. It's not done, but I don't know. I'll put the stacks on there, and then it has some kind of protruding building. Let me turn this around here. Sorry about that. It has a protruding window right there that's not complete yet. So it's a stand-in until it gets scratch built. This is going to be longer and probably come out to about there because in the prototype, State Street is right next to the freight station. And then again, like I said, I got to figure out, and I'll probably call on Chad's expertise to figure out what's going to go between State Street and Harvard Latham over there, what went there. I think it was like a lot of nothing. And there you go. It's starting to come together. Oh, yeah. And the original scene, it's still rocking. I got to put up some crossbucks and dabble around in there in a little bit and get it going. Well, there you go. There's your update.